everyone, start off by taking the needle and then wrap the thread around repeatedly as such. Once you bring it through, tie a knot to the back of it, and then this is what you should be left with. Now once again, pull it through to the other side, wind the thread around it multiple times in order to make the shape. Continue to do so in layers in order to make a flower out of it. Now taking some green thread, begin to make the leaves on either side of it as such. Afterwards, make a slight V-shaped design out of it. Make this in different sizes as well. Now move on to the side, take a slightly different color, a shade of pink, and then put the needle through. Once again, wrap thread around it multiple times, and then continue to do the same thing. Bring it through to the other side. Once again, continue to wrap all of thread around it in multiple layers, and then afterwards pull it through and then tie it together. Now, as you are doing so, this is what it should begin to look like. Make sure that it is firmly put and there are no loose ends. As you can see, continue to do so, making them in layers going from one side to the other, and don't forget to add the leaves on one side. Next, start off by drawing this pattern onto your cloth, and then afterwards slowly begin to stitch into it as well. As you can see, we have started from the top and then we are making almost this V-shaped design to it. This will make the leaf all the more realistic with the V-shaped design. As you can see, we are moving from the top to the bottom, and then once you reach the bottom, you may also complete the stem portion of this, and then you may do this in small lines. Now once it's completed, this is what it should look like. We'll start off by drawing these lines and then add dots on alternate sides as such. Now afterwards, begin to stitch according to these dots. Let them go and be shaped like a pyramid-like shape. Do this right above it as well. Now, when you go to the center line of it, this cross shape out of it, and then afterwards make a vertical and a horizontal line to it as well. Do this all throughout the design. Now make these dot-like shapes to the middle of this portion, and then afterwards line the top and the bottom of it with this yellow thread. After you have lined it, this is what it should begin to look like. You may go from front to back as such. This will be the final look of our design. Now, following this, underneath it, you may start to make a new design. These dots onto it and then slowly begin to add a yellow line to it as such. Now, after this, take this pinkish shade of thread, almost like a magenta, and then continue to stitch around the yellow thread. Now, this bluish shade of thread, and then afterwards, insert it into each of the loops that you are creating, and then move on to the next section that you will be creating. Go in a semicircular shape, and then do this throughout the line that you are stitching on. This will be the final look of it. Next, we'll start off by arranging 4 needles like this, and then make sure that they are poked through. Now, taking the thread, wrap it around in the circular shape around all of the 4 needles as such. Continue to do so, and then after this, after a certain amount is done, you may take some black thread, and then afterwards stitch the black thread around it. Now, remove all of the other needles, and then stitch a pearl in the center of it. Next, start off by adding these dots, and then afterwards move the thread from left to right, and then in the middle of it, tie it down as such. Now go to the top and then meet it in the middle. For the top of this portion, take some golden-ish thread, or it can also be brown, and then begin to do this on either side of it. Make a loop and then pull the thread through this loop as well. Now make a V shape out of it, and then do this throughout. Add a red center to each of these as well, and in order to do so, we'll start off by taking the needle, wrap the thread around it, and then push it back down as such. Now do this throughout the line, and there you have it. Thank you for watching.